We started caring for children in Romania back in 1996, recognising that there was a huge need. And over the years, I've often come across parents with children that have a really debilitating, maybe rare and long-term illness, and they really have had so little support from the state. It's often taken a long time to get a diagnosis. They've often spent many hours waiting in hospital corridors and even having to care for their child at a bedside waiting for that diagnosis. And when the diagnosis comes and it isn't good news, it's very, very hard for parents to take in. And in Romania, where there are very few social services, it can be just such a trauma for a parent. Unfortunately, we often find that fathers particularly don't cope very well when they have a child that's diagnosed with a debilitating illness, something like cystic fibrosis or muscular dystrophy or many other rare syndromes. And they can sometimes turn to alcohol or other things to try and escape from the reality. And then perhaps they leave home, and often single mothers have to cope with not just the sick child but also their brothers and sisters. And of course, it's not just the sick child who suffers, it's also the whole family really. There are so many implications. So in 2018 we were delighted to launch a new and unique centre at Copacan near Bucharest for these children with life-limiting conditions. And at this centre they can access all kinds of treatments and therapies, from physiotherapy to music and art therapy to special education to therapy through technology. They can also come for periods of respite. But today we're launching an appeal to add something that is really important, and that's a home care team that will be able to follow up these children during the times that they are not at the centre. Because caring for a child on a long-term basis can be a huge burden for these families, and they need support on a 24-hour basis sometimes. So these teams consist of a doctor, 2 nurses, a part-time social worker, physiotherapist and psychologist, and they'll be specially trained and able to support these families year-round whenever the family needs help at home. So I'm hoping that you might get behind this appeal and make this a reality as soon as possible. Thank you so much.